good. Okay, so let's look at your work. I need to open this. Then I need to go to the homework. Sharing folder, done this. Okay, good. So this one, given the expression, yeah, we talked about this type of question the other time, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's good to revisit and just reinforce what you have learned previously.
Wait. Is there supposed to be 5 papers? Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it here? Yeah, it's here.
Okay, good. Just refer to the right one. Okay, so given that the expression is x squared plus 4xy minus x, right? So let me just write it down first.
So for this question,
Yeah.
I don't know what is the meaning of
Coefficient.
and the
Yeah.
constant term.
Good. Actually, we talked about it once. We talked about it once. I think our first lesson, but it's okay. Like just, I don't expect you to remember it the first time. So, but after a few times, then you are supposed to remember them. Okay. So first thing first, you need to be able to tell there are. This is the x squared term. This is the. You can consider this the x term, or you can consider this the y term. It depends how you look at it. Then this is definitely the x term. Okay? Because this is the x squared term. This is the x term. But for the middle one is a bit ambiguous because they have both the x and y. So you can consider this is the xy term, or you can, that means basically you can see as xy, or you can see as 4x and then split with the y, and then you can also see as 4yx. Okay, so it really depends how you look at it. So the middle one is a bit ambiguous. Okay, but now let's look at the coefficient of x. So the a is the coefficient of x. So among these three terms, which one is the x term?
The
last one. Okay, so then you need to circle this one to answer the first question. So coefficient of x is what is in front of x. Coefficient of what is in front of the x term.
A negative.
Negative?
Sign.
Negative sign.
Yes.
Without anything is negative 1. Yes, negative x is equal to negative 1x actually.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, negative a is negative 1a. So therefore, if you ask the coefficient of x, so what is in front of this negative x? In front of the x is, so the coefficient of x is what is in front of x. I mean,
Coefficient means the thing
in front of x, yes. But when I say in front of x means you circle the minus x term first. That means you circle the x term first. Then you ask yourself, within the circle, what is in front of x? So in this case, it's negative 1, right?
Yes.
So the answer is negative 1. So if I give you, let's say I give you like 4x squared minus 2x plus 5. Okay? So what is the coefficient of x squared? First thing first, you need to circle the x squared term first. Then within the circle, what is in front of the x squared?
Circle the one in front of x.
Yeah,
Square.
within the circle is the 4, right? So therefore it's the 4. Okay? Then what is the coefficient of x? So you circle the x term first. Then you circle the one inside the circle in front of x. So for the coefficient of, so co-e of x is minus 2.
Yes.
Then among these three terms, which one is the constant term? No, plus 4, plus 5. So the constant,
Oh yeah, I remember.
yeah, constant term is plus y. Why plus 5?
Because
Why not the other two?
because the other two is like times. So it's like adding. How do you say, like it's like multiplying like more. While this 5 is like you keep adding into the number of 5.
You don't sound convincing, man. You can't convince yourself with your own reasoning, I guess.
It's like
Why plus 5 is the constant term? What's the meaning of constant?
constant is like then
English meaning.
um
Something is constant. So what does that mean?
like it will always be the same.
Always be the same. Yeah. So among these three terms, right?
Yes. Plus 5 will always
Plus 5 always
be the same.
plus 5 will always be the same. So plus 5 will always be plus 5.
Yes.
Then what about minus 2x?
Minus 2.
Why minus 2x is not the same? Always?
Because it's like time.
So minus 2, why not constant?
Because it's like the minus 2x is like it is like multiplying.
Multiply what? Okay, if you talk about multiply, okay, minus 2 divided by minus 1, isn't this plus 2? Isn't plus 2 a constant? So what? Isn't this a constant? Yes. You always give me plus 2, even though it's multiplication, right? Yeah. So how do you explain the minus 2x is not constant?
Is it?
Plus 5 is known already, like plus 5, yeah. Plus 5 means always plus 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Continue. Why minus 2x is not constant? Then why 4x squared is also not constant, right? Try.
Because is it because of the x?
Why? Why because of x? Can you explain further?
Because x is an unknown number.
Yeah.
So like you don't know whether it will be like same.
You're gonna say. Okay, so you are actually right along the lines, like close. So in a way, right, this minus 2x, right, is not a constant because x is not the same throughout. So what I'm trying to say is, like, let's say if you explain minus 2x, right? So explain minus 2x. So your minus 2x result, right, depends on x. Your x here can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 0.5, it can be negative 2. So look at this. Negative 2 times 1, you get negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times 0.5, negative 1. Negative 2 times negative 2,
Negative
4, right? Can you see that it's never the same? Because your x is unknown, can be anything. So when your x can be anything, your value also can be anything, right? So when you talk about anything, means it's not constant, right? So similarly, for the 4x squared term, same argument. If your x is equal to 1, then it's 4. If your x is 2, then this one will be 16. Because you sub it in, If your 4x cubed 4x squared, if your x is 3, you sub it in, so this will be 9. 4 9 is 36. Can you see that the x change, the value of 4x squared also change? So it's never a constant. But the plus 5, right, is very clear cut. It's always plus 5. Right? Okay? So therefore, for the three terms here, let's come back to the question here. X squared minus 4xy minus x. They ask for the constant term, so how? The coefficient question done already, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what about constant term among these three terms?
There's no constant.
No answer. Yeah, no answer. This is unknown, this is unknown, this is unknown. Can be anything. So there's no constant term. Are you clear?
Yes.
Very good. So that's it. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. So next, this question is something to do with the just now the real numbers branch, the tree branch, right? So did I write it somewhere here? Then maybe I can probably use back the tree branch. Just get it to the right. Minus 1.23. Decimal number, right?
Yes.
So here lah.
Yes.
So it's minus 1.23. Minus 1.23. Square root 2. Square root 2 is under the irrational. Three, integer, positive integer. Okay. Pi here. Irrational. 1 and 4 over 7, so it's 1 over 4 over 7. Okay? Then just give integer 3.
Yes.
Rational number, all minus 1.23, 3, and then 1 and 4 over 7.
Yes.
Then irrational number, square root 2 and pi.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, that's it. Then arrange the above number in descending order. Yeah. So once again, just get all of them into so-called decimal number. Then arrange them
In like the
in that descending order means highest to lowest.
yes.
Okay? Can? So this one I will leave it to you. This is simple. Okay? Next, I'm supposed to go to
Yes.
this one. Write the algebraic. This one is about the English is as important as the mathematics. This part. If you get the English wrong, then of course you are wrong now. So let me just get it over. So I just do it here. Add 15 to the product. So product first. Correct?
Yeah. I added a bracket over there.
Where?
H and M between.
Times.
Yeah.
Then you need to simplify. So you don't simplify, cannot. So actually the bracket is not needed. Because anyway you will do times first.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
You will do times first, so the bracket is not needed. So final answer is simplest form. You can put the bracket at first, but ultimately you still need to simplify. Well, you don't do this.
Yeah, you cannot simplify.
Okay, you don't do. You know why you cannot do the
Yeah, because
like
between
this?
has a plus.
So times and plus you need to do the times first.
Yes.
That's why you don't try to first arrow, second arrow. No.
Yeah, I know.
You know why the other type of question you can first arrow and second arrow?
Yes.
Because
it's a times.
yeah, it's a times.
Yeah.
So you do the times.
Yes.
Okay, good. So the first question you need to remove the bracket because ultimately the answer must be simplest form.
Because I put bracket for all.
No, you can put bracket first, but you need to simplify at last. Okay, so for the second question, product of this, so it's 2c times 3u, subtract 3k from means this one start first.
Yeah, then minus 3k.
Yes.
Yeah.
So simplify 2 times 3, 6cu minus 3k. Yes, you need to get into this format. If you don't get into the simplest form, you are wrong. You get penalized. You understand?
Yes.
So all final answers must be simplest
Yes.
form.
Simplest.
Yeah, just like 2 over 4 is 1 over 2.
Oh.
You cannot leave 2 over 4. Okay?
So like h times m, so it's hm minus
Yeah. Yes.
15 plus 15.
Plus 15, yes. Yes.
Oh, I didn't do that.
You don't put hm plus 15, right? At least you write h times m plus 15.
Yes.
This is the minimum. If you put a bracket wrong, because then I will ask, you should remove the bracket if you can remove the bracket. If you can. But in this case you can, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so okay? Simplest form. Always remember simplest form. Last question. Multiply the product of this by this. So the product of this first, then multiply by this.
19.
Then in fact, actually the bracket here is not needed. A lot of students, they go and do first arrow, second arrow. No way. Did you?
No.
Okay, no need. Because if you ask yourself, right, for this one, right, the bracket just remove itself. You know why? Because this is time, this is also times. So therefore, actually the bracket is like kind of like not needed.
Yes.
Okay?
But I wrote the bracket.
No, it's okay. You got the bracket, it's okay, but you still need to simplify after this. Because you have the 19, then you have the y and y, you have y squared. So this is the final answer.
Yes.
Did you get this final answer?
Yeah, I never simplified. That's the problem.
Oh, then all
Yeah,
wrong.
because I thought that h cannot times m for some reason.
H cannot times m. Correct, cannot. I never say can. I mean cannot combine. Cannot combine.
Yeah, I thought.
The keyword is
I
cannot.
thought it's like it cannot multiply each other, but it's like h and m can be. So I didn't simplify.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so to correct your statement, h and m can multiply, but cannot combine.
Yes.
But over here, right, the y and y can combine. That's why I combine the y square.
Yes.
So therefore, this is only 1 mark. Like if you never simplify all wrong, that means -3 already.
Yes.
If this kind of question come out next time, hopefully you don't get
Yes.
it wrong.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay that you make mistakes during our practice. Okay, that's why you are here,
Yes.
right? So it's okay that you make this mistake, but like I say, if next time they give you this kind of question, they ask you for the constant term, then you still get it wrong, then
17.
yeah, so you are not supposed to get it wrong because this is the so-called more than the third time that you are doing this kind of question.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay, so for the x square term is so-called circle first. Coefficient of x square term is inside.
The circle.
Yeah.
Circle in the circle.
yeah. What is in front of the x square?
Yes.
Because I'm afraid, let's say, if I never ask you to circle the negative 5x term, if you just take the front of the x, then later you take all this, gone case. You understand me?
Yes.
So that's why I asked you to circle the circle the x term first. The x term is include the minus sign.
Yes.
Then you circle the in front of x,
Okay.
inside the circle. Then you will not go out.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way, huh? Alright, next. This question very simple. 2160.
For the smallest integer k, is it the
This
same,
kind of question.
solution as the one like the biggest integer? Or they have a different kind of.
Where's your
ways?
answer first?
My answer is the same page.
是这个吗?
No,
I'm trying to look for the question 4.
it's the same page as. Here, it's not here.
这个
Yes.
Okay, good. So prime factorization need to be correct because you just have to key this in and see if you can get it. So now they say use your answer the largest 3-digit number that is a factor of 2160. How do you get this? Just divide by 3.
I don't know how to do this.
Okay, so seems like you have problem with this largest 3-digit. Then just now you also got the
Yes.
3-digit, that one multiple. So what they want you to do is you need to get the largest 3-digit number that is a factor of 216. So
So
you have this?
16.
You have this, right?
Yes.
So you just mix and match. Meaning what? Meaning, but why you divide by 3? Why you don't divide by 2?
Because they say it's 3-digit number.
Okay, so basically, right, you get a 2160, right? You divide by 2, what you get?
Divide by 2 it is
1030, is it?
yes. Like
So this is 4-digit, right?
yes.
Cannot. So yeah, divide by 3. Correct. So 720. Okay? Then now they say what the smallest case such that this is a perfect cube. So it means it must be perfect cube. It means it can be cube rooted.
Yeah.
But you square rooted. That means your way of writing is already wrong.
So
Perfect cube means there is a cube outside.
yeah, have to
So it
write.
means cube rooted. So hold on. So just 2 to the power 4,
it's
3 to the
cube
power
rooted.
3. Yes, it's cube.
Oh, I
Cube.
thought it's square rooted.
Okay, so then you ask yourself, can this be cube rooted?
No.
No. So you need to give it
1.
1 is enough.
No, 2.
2. Yes. So your cube involve 2 times 2.
Yes.
Can this one be cube rooted?
Yes.
No need. Can this be cube rooted? Cannot.
5, 2.
Give 2 right?
5.
2 5.
Yeah. 2,
So this is the cube lor.
Yes.
So 4 times 2500.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought it's square.
You do square then is correct. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So your concept is correct.
So the smallest
Yeah.
integer and the biggest integer that have
Well, biggest can be many things.
biggest has
There is no biggest.
so only the smallest.
There is smallest.
Oh, okay.
Why? Let me show you. This is the smallest.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this square first, because square is easier lah.
Yeah.
Why it must be smallest? Why they always ask for smallest? Why they don't ask for biggest?
Because it can go like if they have two like
This can be square rooted already.
yes.
They can be square rooted already. You still give it like
You can give it
more like 2 to the power 6 or 2 to the power 16, or like
yes.
160,
Yes.
So there is no end to it. So that's why generally they don't give you the biggest.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
Good.
Okay.
But cube rooted, perfect cube, perfect square must write carefully, write correctly. Then yeah, over here I think is pretty easy also. Which day shows the greatest temperature difference? So you just maximum, minimum.
Monday.
So the difference between this,
Monday.
actually, yeah, I don't know yet because must calculate now. So you need to get it into a scale. What do I mean by that? By the way, sometimes students they also make mistake because of all these negative number. So let me just try not to make mistake lah. Like how do you avoid making mistake? Actually when it comes to this negative number, right, it's good that you write down a number scale, number line. By the way, you are supposed to know how to draw the number line.
Yeah, I know.
So with the number line, all you need to do is like okay, so you have 0, 1, 2, 3. Actually, you don't have to write so many numbers because waste of time, right? So let me suggest, just jump 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so then same thing. Okay, roughly correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's assume this is correct first. Then they say minus 2 to minus 5. So minus 2 is here, right?
Yes.
Minus 15 is here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think you can count, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 1. So it's 13, right? So the difference is 13, right?
Yes.
Then of course, then from minus 4 to 8, right? Minus 4 to 8, then you count. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. No? Just keep doing all this.
Yes.
Or you can just count 8, 10, 12. Okay? So when you get the number line out, right, it's very hard to make mistake. Because some students, right, just because, I don't know, like sometimes they just take this minus. They don't know whether this, I should take the minus 2 minus the minus 15, or they should take the minus 15 minus the 2, or sometimes minus 2 or plus. You understand?
Yeah. Yes.
They get confused.
Yes.
So it's very good to get a number line out, then you just count. When you count, then you know. Okay? So this is one way. So this question don't want to talk about because too simple already. But I want to really emphasize. If you don't want to make that kind of silly mistakes, right? Whether it's plus, minus, or this minus that, or this plus that, use the number line. The difference is just count.
Yes.
Okay?
For 5C, they ask for the coldest temperature.
Coldest temperature, yeah.
How do I
Which
find?
day?
Do I see the maximum?
Which day record the coldest? Which one is the which is the most minus?
Monday. So Monday is the coldest temperature.
Yeah, record the coldest. Yeah, coldest is minus 15 ma.
Okay.
Among all these is minus 15 is the coldest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Least temperature difference, that means the least difference.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that one is so make use of the number line.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So this one algebra simple. This paper 1 algebra definitely is much more simpler than the paper 2 one. Just now the paper 2 one is harder, right? This one is simpler. So let me see yours.
For 6C, I got 0, and I find it very weird.
If you get 0, then you just plug in 0 into it. See if you can get the answer. Lor. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's 0.
It's 0.
You know why? I mean, let's just 0. This one is 0 ma. This one is 0 ma. So minus 2 over 2 is equal to minus 3 over 3. Yeah, correct. This is 0.
Yeah.
This is 0. So it's minus 2 over 2. So yeah, minus 1 equals to minus 1. Yeah, valid. So
Oh.
yeah, 0. Yes. So the answer is 0. Correct.
Okay.
That's how you verify. Even you get weird answer, you just put it in and then verify. What's your L? What's your T?
What's my T? My T is 30.
30. Okay, just put 30 inside. So I get 6 here. 30 is wrong. Because this is supposed to be 4. Yeah. So your 30 is wrong.
Is there a calculation mistake?
Never put bracket.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So it should be a minus.
Yes. Can you redo this question?
Okay.
You see? You make this mistake again, Very common, this question. This is a very common. So common. A lot of students make. So hopefully you stop making this mistake again.
Yes.
If not, no use. Keep making the same mistake again and again. I think Jing Xuan stopped making this mistake already. She's like, hey, I will not make this mistake, while others are making this mistake most of the time.
40.
So 40 it should be, let's see. So you put 40 in. So you put 40 in, you will get 8. Then 42, 6. Correct.
Yes.
Okay, A leh?
A, I got, where's my, I got 21.
21. Okay, never mind. So 21, this is 84. 84 minus 9 is 75. Then this is 25. Okay, correct. Yeah. The both side is valid. Yeah. Okay, good. Next. Simplify an expression. Just now, the student is very funny. Let me show you her funny mistake. Okay, over here it says simplify, right? You know what's the meaning of simplify? Simplify means I remove the bracket.
Yes.
Because only when you remove the bracket, then you can try to combine similar term,
Yes.
right? So let me just zoom in a little bit. So for this, so you just have to have this. So open the bracket first. Okay? 8y plus 12 minus 10y plus 12.
Yeah.
Okay? Underline similar term. So minus 10 minus 2y plus 24.
Oh no.
You get what?
No, I didn't. 10y is 10y plus 12. I put minus.
Minus 12.
Yeah, because.
The second arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see? So if you put the arrow, then you always remember it's minus 2 times the minus 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always good that you have a pencil, then just use a pencil to help you, huh? So I'm calling these guide rails. So it's like when you are when you're doing hiking, right? So they have guide rails along the way, So in order you fall, in case you fall, right, you still can grab onto the guide rail, then you don't fall off the slope.
Yes.
Okay. So these are the guide rails you need to to put on before you do the questions. Okay. Okay. This is the thing. Okay. So generally, we don't put the minus in front, so that's why it's preferred, This is preferred.
Yes.
Okay. So both are correct, but this one looks better. Convention, this one looks better. So for the next one, once again you need to put a bracket. Did you?
No.
Wow. Okay, one paper you lose like maybe 6 marks already, as far as I can remember, because of the bracket,
Yeah.
Can you redo this question?
I think only that I didn't put the bracket, but I think it's I did it.
So I think next time when you see the minus, then something at the back, just put the bracket first, Don't wait, The first thing you do is put the bracket there, Don't wait. Because the moment you wait, I don't know whether you remember middle of the way, Then most likely you cannot remember.
Yeah.
You cannot remember. All my students cannot remember. Most students cannot remember.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, you know why I remember or not, or why I am so aware of this mistake or not? Not because I'm good in mathematics. What I tell myself, right, is this minus sign, right? It minus the whole thing. If I never put bracket, imagine I never put bracket. Okay, let's assume that I just do this first. If I never put bracket, right, it's very obvious my minus sign only apply to the x. Can you see the conflict there?
Yes.
I was supposed to minus the whole thing, but now I only minus the x. Hey, that's not right.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I always remember to put a bracket.
Yeah.
Maybe until next time I become senile, like forget everything, then maybe I even forget your name, then yeah, by the time I will forget the bracket also. But at least when I'm still sensible, right, I don't think I will make this mistake, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't want to talk about this already. Oh, so what about this? Okay, I think there are another questions. What about you if I give you this? Let me see. Oh, this is not a very good question. This is 36. Then this is 48. How do you decide what common denominator you use? Do you just take I times 48 lah?
No, it's too big.
It's too big, but
yes.
can you?
Yes, you can.
But then if you don't want to like times the 48, then over here 36, then what you do?
Find the lowest common multiple.
Correct. Then you use this technique lah.
Yes.
That's it already.
Yeah.
Then you okay. This is actually not the way this is not the way I prefer to do the lowest common multiple. My way of doing lowest common multiple is this.
Index notation.
Oh no, hold on. Okay? Okay, then I will write down the prime factorization. One, two, three, 4. Done. So once I get the prime factorization, right? Yep, in index notation, yes. Then after that, for LCM, right? All factors. Lowest power. Right? So 2, 3, yeah, all factor 2, 3. Lowest, lowest or highest? Highest. For LCM is highest. So 3 is 3. Yeah, this is the LCM. Okay, so this is 16, then this is 27. Then you need to use a calculator to figure it out. Okay, so I'm not going to do it here. Okay, why? What? Okay, you can make mistake here. You know, let's say just now you make a lowest power, and you know that it doesn't work. Let me show you. Let's say I forget. Let's say I forget lowest power. Because if I forget, right, student will forget. But it doesn't work one. So between 3 and 1, 1. Between 1 and 1.
Yes.
So this is 6, right?
Yes.
How can 6 be the lowest common multiple of
This is
36 and 48? No, let's So yes. So what I'm trying to say is, if you somehow forget, you forget, like it's supposed to be highest power, but somehow you forget its lowest power, right? Then your answer will not it doesn't make sense one. So in a way, right? So I always tell my students. So I say, okay, I know if I ask you to memorize certain thing, you will forget. So if you forget, right, then there must be some on the spot method to correct yourself. So this is the on the spot method to correct myself. So let's say I choose the lowest power, and then suddenly I realize 6. Hey, no, it doesn't make sense. It's not 6. I mean, 6 cannot be the lowest common multiple. Then therefore I must. So I forget it must be higher.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yes.
Yeah. So a lot of times, right? Even I myself, I make mistakes, but somehow I realize I have the capability to self-correct. Actually, in life, the most important skill is self-correct or course-correct. Meaning like making mistake is so common. You make mistake, I make mistake, your parents make mistake. But the most important thing is when you make mistake, you need to self-correct.
Yeah.
When you are going, like you are off track already, you need to be self-aware that you are off track. Better course-correct, come back to the right track. A lot of people can't come back to the right track. They keep going the wrong path.
Yes.
So please, okay. Okay, so this one they like to give you in this format. So lowest common factor, I just do the LCM, so I know it's shared for shared and lowest power. So what is it? 2. Okay, I see a 2. I see a 5.
Yes.
I also see 11.
Yes.
Lowest means 5, 3, 3. 10, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. Done. Okay?
Yes.
In index notation, so I don't need it.
Yeah, you don't
LCM.
LCM.
All 2,
2,
5, 11, 13, 17. Then highest 5, 3, 5. Yes. 10. 11, 11, 1. 2, 3. This one, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So if you know my way of doing LCM or ACF, you don't have to go through this kind of pain. You know. Actually, these days I also forget already. I also forget how to find the LCM.
LCM, I tell myself like LCM is like lower means like more. Then you have to find the more like all the things.
Yeah. So basically, you try to memorize my way of finding LCM, right?
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is the school never teach you this way, right? The school give you this way, right? Let's say I give you this, Let's say I give you 46 and 36. They somehow try to ask you to give 2, then you get 23, then they give you 18, then no more. Then how? How to find the LCM?
Continue.
How to continue? I can't continue already. 23 and 18 stuck already.
Then
You continue what? Like you give yourself a 2, is it? Like you get 9 or what? In school.
Yeah, in school we
Uh-huh.
go until
Like what?
like
The
this
9
time.
Then
9 then
9 still continue or what?
yeah, continue. Then
Oh,
the 3
okay.
then over there you can still continue.
Oh, actually I don't. Actually these days I already forget how to do it.
We
this
do
way.
like separate, like 46 is one,
Uh-huh.
then 36 is one. Like
Mm-hmm. Until you get your index notation.
Yes.
Then if you can get into index notation, then it's easy. You just need to memorize this.
Yes. Our school
your
teach
teacher.
us two way. One is
Yeah.
index notation,
Uh-huh.
one is this.
So how do you do this? Okay, I give you
This
one.
is like two separate 46.
Okay, do it now. I want to learn also. I give you 100. Then I give you 125. Yeah, try.
Yeah, then,
LCM.
then
I want to look at your school method also. Okay.
can I use calculator?
Yes. Yeah. So in a way, right, this requires a calculator also. Yeah. But I think it's okay. No need to give me in index notation. Just give me the normal. So what's the LCM? Answer.
LCM is, wait, let me count.
Oh, okay. Your school method, not my one. Okay.
Yeah, so it's LCM is 2 times 5 cube.
2 times 5 to the power of 3.
Yes.
Okay. Let me look at how you do.
You do it like separate.
Okay, you do separate then.
Yes.
Then
Then you just take this and this together, then you just times.
what do you mean by together? I see 5 to the power of 3 here. I see 5 to the power of 3 here.
Yeah. Then LCM you just have to times this 2. So it's like the same as index notation, but it's like
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, so I
Yeah.
still don't understand this way. But then never mind, I don't have to understand so many ways. So what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, your school have your school way, maybe you have your own way, I have my way. So you just compare the three, which one is most comfortable to you, then just use that way.
Yes.
Okay? Because there are many ways to, they talk about, there are many ways to go to Rome. Okay? You can go by flight, you can go through Europe, or you can go through the Middle East. So up to you, as long as you can reach the destination. Okay? Yeah? Okay, good. So looks like we are running out a bit of time, but don't worry, I think we have covered a lot of ground today.
Yes.
So if you look at 12 and 11, right? In fact, 11 is a very simple variation of the question in the P2, the paper 2. Okay, not very hard. It's a simpler version. And then of course, evaluate without use the calculator. We talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So in fact, you just have to go back, then just test yourself. Okay, one more
I
time.
need to redo some things.
Especially I think the 12 you want to redo,
Yes.
and then the 11 maybe you want to relook at it.
Yes.
Then the over here, evaluate once again without calculator. So you have to try again. Then I think the this one is very simple.
Yes.
Okay, so just redo the concepts are covered already, like how to evaluate without calculator. Oh, looks like they like to test you without calculator. So looks like you need to really know how to do without calculator. Okay, so in a way, right? In fact, my days usually their paper 1, right, is no calculator.
Yeah.
So that is how they make sure, because you are not allowed to use calculator, you cannot bring the calculator in, so that whatever question they give you, somehow you need to figure it out yourself. So that's normally how they structure the paper 1.
Yes.
Yeah. Then when it comes to paper 2, right, then they don't have no calculator question already.
Yeah.
All question can be solved by calculator.
Yeah.
So that's how they differentiate.
Yeah.
So that means the important thing is you need to know how to solve no calculator.
Yeah.
Going forward, they will give you a lot of these questions.
Our school we don't have paper 1 and paper 2,
Yeah,
so
okay.
it's like together but then like together, right? We cannot bring calculator. So our school we don't use calculator for the
Paper 1 and okay, maybe end of year they have paper 1 and paper 2 already.
Yes.
So your term 1, term 2, right? No paper 1, no paper 2.
Yes.
That's why Yeah, so that's why you're not allowed to use calculator.
Yes.
But once you reach the final year, or the I call it the major exams, so they will have paper 1, paper 2. Paper 1 no calculator, paper 2 is that. O level also the same.
Is
Alright.
that MCQ question?
MCQ question, yes. O level O level I think no more already, no more already.
How about?
Okay. Primary school, yes. Secondary school I think no more already. Yeah, because MCQ question is like there are no more MCQ already, no more MCQ. MCQ is like they give you the answer, you pick. No more such question already. Straight away calculate.
So sad.
Okay. MCQ is no more. For mathematics no more. Physics, science I think yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Science.
Mathematics no more MCQ already. But they have the true or false. Or once in a while they give you a true or false or
I don't like
something.
true and false.
Or that one is difficult one.
Yes.
Yeah. So when they give you when you see MCQ means like give you a choice then choose one, right? When they give you this kind of question, it's definitely very difficult one. Sometimes it's A, B, C, D, and then E is all above. All above. Okay? Okay, good. So, so I think we have a very good lesson today. So, we have covered a lot of grounds and a lot of topics, especially the without calculator,
Yes.
and the coefficient,
Yeah.
and then the common mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to make sure that you don't make those mistakes.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
Thanks. So next week, similar